Holidays are a time to relax and have fun, and that might involve attending a holiday party or two, but those gatherings are the perfect chance for some subtle networking to find your next big opportunity. Here to teach us how is sales and communications expert Krista Demscher. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited.
Yeah, same here. First, why is it so important to sell ourselves professionally at holiday parties, whether it be work or personal?
Yeah, so holiday parties provide us with a really unique opportunity to be in the room with people we normally don't. So research actually tells us that 65% of new business and new opportunities comes from referrals. People we know introducing us to people they know, and that's the opportunity that lies here at these parties. What we do want to remember, however, is that it's not just about this time of year. This is really a skill we should be practicing all year long. The holiday party just gives us a chance to do it a little bit more. So when you approach it that way, then you're in the grocery store in the spring or at the park in the summer. You can have these conversations really naturally.
Okay, but some people do get a little bit nervous at these parties. Do you have any tips to boost confidence beforehand?
Yes, great question. Confidence is key in everything we do in life, and especially here. So we get nervous because we really set unrealistic expectations for ourselves. We imagine we're going to go into these events and we're going to land a big deal or close a new opportunity in one conversation, and that's simply not the case. So you want to approach these conversations and these events with the idea that you're there to make a future connection. You're there to get to know some new people, and then after that event, maybe go have a cup of coffee with them or have a phone call. When you approach it with that mindset, you're going to be much more relaxed.
And can you share a couple icebreakers that you use that help you connect with people without feeling awkward?
Yeah, so icebreakers by nature, they are awkward because we tend to think we need some interesting or witty question that's going to help us stand apart from the crowd. And in reality, we want to start with small talk. So something like, hey, what is it that you do? Or how do you know the host or hostess? What we do want to remember is to ask questions that we would like to be asked in return. So if I have a new exciting opportunity that I'm dying to talk about, I might ask you, Mary, hey, so what are some new things you're working on? Typically, you're going to answer and then you'll reciprocate, which is going to keep the door open for me to really step through and begin selling myself.
Good ideas. Now, I know there are some do's, but there are also some don'ts. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so we do want to listen. Our mantra should be to be the most interesting person in the room. We should be the most interested. So we want to listen to understand, not to respond. We do not want to monopolize the conversation. We're human beings, we're egocentric, we tend to talk a lot about ourselves, but really we want to curb that within ourselves and allow our listener, the person we're speaking to do a lot of the talking. We do want to use people's first names, Mary. So an old school book that still stands the test of time is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. He says the sweetest sound to a human's ears is the sound of their own name. So find ways to use someone's name back in the conversation. And then we do not want to be scanning the room while we are speaking to someone. We've all been the receiver of that, and it really reads as the person's not interested in talking to us. So we're there to focus on quality conversations and not quantity.
Krista, thank you. Krista Demscher, so appreciate your advice. Really is great on how to market yourself at your next holiday party. And Krista, thank you. We have much more information at cbsnewyork.com.